it's familiar for us, but we don't eat like insects for snacks, right? So that's kind of a different why the fish will be one of the most important part of the animal protein. And then to produce the fish, usually people capture from the sea, but it won't be the case in the future. Because right now, even in 2016, it's actually the first time in history that the people eat more farmed fish rather than aquaculture. And I think it shows, the professor tried to show me that the future will lie on fish farming, and you should start aquaculture businesses. And specifically in Indonesia, I saw the opportunity. Indonesia is the second biggest aquaculture producer in the world below China. We have 3.5 million of fish farmers, 1.5 million of SME businesses, and 35 million to 50 million of fish farms. 35 million and 50 million of fish farms. So there's a lot of fish farms. It's like 4 times, 5 times higher than the Switzerland population. So we have more fish farms than you have people here. So that's kind of story. I was struck by the idea of fish farming and the future lies in fish farming. Then for a spontaneous, impulsive response of that is I started my own fish farming businesses. And I was struck at the time, at the beginning, especially because I know nothing about fish farming. And when I have to sell my yield, my fish, then I have to go to the middleman that actually not giving me good profit on the fish farms. But however, I did it for 2 years, and then after I was graduated in 2012, I owned 57 fish farms. And then when I owned the 57 fish farms, I had a problem in my own farm, because that's when I started delegating my farm to labor. And the biggest problem in all of the farms, and I talked to my all fish farmer owner fellows, that the feeding, 70 to 90% of the total cost in total operating cost in fish farming comes from feeding. And it's done manually by labor, so you can see in the picture when the labor throw the feed with the hand. So I'll show you the other context on that. So they throw the feed, sometimes literally throw the feed away. So just dump it in the water. So it's not very, manageable, because it's 70 to 90% of the total cost. And in another practice, they have to go to the water and then just put the feed like that way. So it's always depending to the labor. So if the labor is lazy, the fish is unfed. If the labor is too excited, he will be overfed, right? If he is, broken-hearted, then the word is unfair, then he throw the feed away there in the pond. So those things happen a lot. And it happens, it hurts the profitability clearly, because it's 70 to 90% of the total cost. But it also hurts the environment. It's the biggest waste to the environment. And sometimes, because we don't always in the pond, sometimes labor steal the feed and sell it to the other farm. It happens a lot in the part of the country. So I started having this idea, what if you can monitor all of the fish farming, especially the feeding, by your hand, by your phone? So I started building those ideas by myself, which is very crappy prototype, like scrappy prototype that I even use something that you compact this, like it's a Pro Evolution Soccer disc that I use it as a feed thrower. Then the idea was, if you send the SMS to the machine, then the machine will activate, and then after it's activated, then it will send back the notification through SMS to your phone. So I was really proud by the prototype already. Then I went to one of the fish farmer, the big ones. He owned 1,000 of fish farms mistaken by himself. So I pitched about this idea. You can do this, and he was amazed actually at the beginning. Then he started asking the basic question, is it one machine for one pond? Yes. So if I have 1,000 pond like I do now, do I have to put every machine for every pond? Yes. And it's all activated by SMS? Yes, you're right. So if I have 1,000 machines, so I have to send 1,000 SMS? Oh yes, you're right. Then I was not really visionary, innovators in that way. So I realized that this is not going to work. Then I changed the idea to the rapid prototyping, and thanks to a lot of 3D printing, Arduino, ARM, and we can do a lot of rapid prototyping easily, especially in the hardware part. But then, long story short, then we have the e-fishery. And e-fishery, the idea of e-fishery is simple. So we have a machine you put inside of the pond or in the middle of the pond. This machine can feed the fish automatically through the mobile app. And it is connected to the sensor that can sense the fish appetite and adjust the amount of feed given to the appetite. And then it's all connected, the data to the cloud. A lot of people, 100% of people after I tell them about the stories, usually ask, how can you sense the fish appetite? I usually use the two types of sensor. The first one is a vibration-based sensor, so it's basically sense the movement of the fish and tell them when they're already full and hungry. And the second one is like a microphone inside of the water that can hear the nyam, the chop sound when the fish is eating. So we love fish so much that we listen to the way they eat. And it's not about the cool stuff, it's about the sensors and IoT and stuff. It's about the efficiency that we can give. We can increasing up to 25% of the efficiency, and we can increasing the growth of the fish, doubling it. And in the bottom line, we can increasing the net profit twice. So it's a good way to talk to the smallholder fish farmers. And we grew ourselves nationally, initially just 120 users at the beginning, and when I was in Seedstars, to right now 22,000 farms in our pipeline right now. And then we were just around 50K in revenues. Right now we almost $1 million in annual run rate. But anyway, from the data that we provide the farmers inside about what happens in the farm, so they can do a better practice in the farm. And then we realized that we actually have an advantage on the data. We are the only company that hears the fish, basically. So we built an algorithm from all of the data, and we connect the data to prediction and credit scores. And that's what we're doing right now. We connect the farmers to the banks, the insurance company, using our proprietary algorithm, so the banks can give the loan to the farmers. And also we help the farmers sell the fish to the fish buyer using our predictive data, so they can solve the problems in the middleman when I had a problem before. And then one of the things that I was interested about is most of the farmers that are using our technologies is the first time user of smartphone. They never used smartphone before. And when they use and it's quite funny because the smartphone changes every time. But it is actually not quite ironic because the smartphone is not designed for them. They don't see what's they use to use the smartphone in innovation, because all of the innovation is just revolving around the urban area. So we have the AI that can make the laughing emoji, but they don't have that. They keep doing the same innovation every day. It's the same thing every day. So innovation will go to that way. Technologies will solve the real problems in the society, not just making some apps that make your selfies cuter than before. It has to be solving the world's toughest problem. So just one more story to close this and to connect the dots. I mentioned that I grew up in slum. I was selected as Forbes 30 under 30 Asia last year. But after a month after I was selected in that, I met my classmates and my childhood friend, and I was in a good mood because of all the success. But she's not that lucky. She's smarter than me. We're actually in the same class, but she's homeless. She was homeless at the time. And the main reason is because at the high school, she lost her house by an accident, for burning accident, and she lost her father at the time. And then it was really hurting me because I was really proud of myself. I was really proud because I struggled to reach this point. But she had the way bigger struggle than myself. But now, where's her triumph? And then she was smarter than me. But right now, maybe she was somewhere else, being homeless, while I am staying at the hotel in one of the most developed countries. So it's actually, I'm here not because I'm the smartest one in Indonesia, not the smartest one in the class. You're here not because you're the smartest one. We're here because we are lucky to achieve the opportunity to be here. And the technology can have a biggest chance to give the opportunity. Like if it really gives the opportunity to fish farmers, and all the 66 startups here give opportunity to the clients. So the technology has changed the billions of people's lives, including ourselves. Now it's our turn to change the livelihood of the next billion. Thank you so much.
speech of one of our alumnis. Wow, so cool to see that those startups are really succeeding in their markets, specifically emerging markets. Thank you, Gibran. Moving next. Now we're coming to the last part of the competition, which is award ceremony. Are you excited, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes!
And before announcing the winners, I'd like to thank all of our partners for supporting us throughout the years. And I'd like to thank also our ambassadors for helping us to spread our message and our vision all across the globe for the past 5 years. I also wanted to thank our jury members for having a tough day today for selection of the winner. Of course, thanks a lot for all the volunteers, all the suppliers and people who helped to make this moment possible. Big round of applause for our supporters. Every year, we are partnering with top industry leaders to help them with their innovation agenda in emerging markets. For 2017, we have been partnering with Enel, which is the biggest utility company in Italy, to better understand the investment opportunities in emerging markets. Out of the whole competition, not just the winners, Enel selected the startup to whom they will make an investment in. Let me invite on the stage the representative of Enel, Laura Giovannini.
Hi, hello everybody.
Exactly.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Enel colleagues and Seedstars friends, it's an authentic pleasure to be here tonight in such a vibrant and enthusiastic atmosphere. I'm extremely proud to belong to a company such as Enel, part of the Enel Group, which believes in the power of energy and development of new technology to address the world's biggest challenges, as we were talking before. Enel is a new global business line dedicated to developing innovative products and digital solutions in sectors in which energy is showing the greatest potential for transformation: cities, homes, industry, and electric mobility. We're glad to support the startup promoting development in rural villages through innovative electrification solutions. This new business model, which couples socio-economical growth with development of commercial and productive activities, are truly key to making Africa future greener and more sustainable. Almost 600 million people are lacking access to electricity in Africa, as you know. Solving energy issues through entrepreneurship and technology is therefore a critical point. Enel will capitalize upon the power of industry transformation, understanding and services the need of Enel global customer base. So thank you all, and thank you Solar, and thank you Seedstars for accompanying us in this journey.
Thank you so much. Now, let's see who the winner is. And the winner is Solar Freeze. There is one note that needs to be made, that unfortunately, due to the visa refusal of our startup, the team couldn't make here on the stage today. So the award will be received by Seedstars ambassadors from Africa, Mariam Goncha. And to tell you a bit more about Solar Freeze, I'd like to ask Charlie Graham Brown, the partner at Seedstars, to tell about us a bit more about it.
Thank you very much, AJ. I'm sure I'm not going to do Solar Freeze justice, but let me try and explain to you what Dismas, the founder of Solar Freeze from Kenya, is doing and what he's achieving with Solar Freeze. If you can go to the next slide, we'll see an image of their solar-powered refrigeration containers that they're supplying and they're providing in rural communities to smallholder farmers. This allows the smallholder farmers to stock their produce, so the perishable items such as vegetables, fruit and dairy products, and leave them in there for a period of weeks or months so that they can wait until the prices after the harvest seasons increase and allow them to earn up to 2 or 3 times more by selling their products outside of the peak season. Solar Freeze are already operating about 20 containers, which allows them to service over 4,000 farmers. And they are, I'm sure, delighted to receive this prize. I think the technical expertise that Enel can bring them, along with their objectives to implement technologies such as IoT to really track the containers, I'm sure that we're going to be delighted with that. One thing I forgot to mention, which is pretty cool, the farmers who place their crates in these storage containers can do so. They pay on demand at a day at a time per crate, and they can do so with mobile money, which is of course a huge thing in Kenya. So on behalf of Dismas, thank you to Enel and thank you to NLX for this prize.
Thank you so much. Our next award is Education Prize. In partnership with School of Management, FIBUK and TREC, we have been scouting for the best startup that is providing the most transformative solution in education sphere. A prize of $50,000 will be awarded to the winner of this nomination to help them to scale to new markets. Let me invite on the stage Fabio Segura, who is Head of International Programs at TREC. And let me invite on the stage Professor Rika Baldejer, the Director and Professor of Strategy, Entrepreneurship and Innovation at School of Management, Fribourg.
Rico and I are very excited to be on this stage right now. I'm very excited to share with you who the winner of the Transforming Education Prize is this year. We have a question for the audience by show of hands. How many of you have grandparents who went to tertiary education? Just show us. All right. How many of you have parents who went to tertiary education? How many of you went to tertiary education? Excellent. See that? So apparently we're winning at getting people in high schools, in classrooms, and in business schools. But we have a lot of way to go to make that education relevant, especially to face the toughest challenges humanity has in front of it. That's why 650 children today are wasting their potential because they're either not learning at school or because they're not developing their full potential from early childhood. Rico, why is the School of Management supporting the Transforming Education Prize?
I think we have not wasted time in not good education, so we are looking for high qualified education, and we are believing, that education is more kind of inspiration. But we need really good framework, and we have to be more. We see just before with the e-fishery guy, he had a great education, and then you see the impact, and I think at the end, we have not to create techie tools, we have to create impact for people.
Lastly, we feel that education is an entire industry that needs to be revolutionized. We need to have that industry, those startups who are competing for those prizes, that actually touch the very fabrics of the future, or brains, or future generations be given a chance. And that's why we're very excited to announce the winner of the 2018 Transforming Education Prize.
And here we have the winner.
Drum roll, please.
And the winner is Edves from Nigeria. Let's have now a group picture. Thank you so much. Our next prize is FinTech Prize. BBVA is a global financial services provider that has been found in 1857, and the business of which is focused on high-growing markets. So we have been partnering with BBVA to solve startups in FinTech, AI, enterprise banking in more than 50 countries worldwide, and to fast-track them to the BBVA Open Talent Competition. Let me invite on the stage CEO of BBVA Switzerland, Alfonso Gomez.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Seedstars, for your kind presentation, and congratulations for this nice event. I have to say that I'm feeling really proud seeing how is the soul that you can see in this big room. People are really alive and are pushing really hard their dreams, and this is something that from BBVA perspective has not price, is priceless. So congratulations to everybody for being so brave and pushing all the projects. Let me tell you that BBVA is really close to Seedstars since 2016. We are extremely grateful with Seedstars, looking for fintechs that are willing to work together with BBVA Group, trying to move forward in this particular timing, which is not quite simple, quite obvious, but it is something that we are willing, to assume the new chance. I don't know how familiar are you with BBVA Group. We are really focused mainly in emerging markets. We have a strong presence in Colombia, Peru. We are in Uruguay, Paraguay, Venezuela, Argentina. We have the largest bank in Mexico, strong presence in Turkey, obviously Spain, United States, and we have a small bank here in this wonderful country, in Switzerland. We deal in the private banking side, but we deal, even we are a bank, as a fintech. We are really focused in the digital developments. We are working in BBVA Group using BBVA Switzerland as an important lab in order to test all together with the most important fintechs how we can move forward all together. That's why we are extremely proud to have the opportunity to talk with all of you here. We have a very important event. This is Open Talent. Keep in your mind for all of you that we are, I think it is important to send the application. I think the deadline is in May 3rd. Open Talent is being really focused on the future for the transformation. Is focused on business in order to put in place the correct change management, and obviously, last but not least, maybe this is the most important message, is really important in people. People is even more important than the digitalization. People, in order to create value and to change the user experience in this sector. So thank you to everybody, and let's move forward with the...
And we have now the winner announcement for the FinTech Prize.
Technologies.
joining us. Right. Let's have a picture. Thank you so much. Our next prize is related to the health tech industry, and this prize is supported by Merck. We have been partnering with Merck in order to support startups that are working in life science, healthcare, and performance materials, with support of space offices in Merck Innovation Center, mentoring, coaching, and financing of up to 50,000 euros. Let me invite on the stage Munyaradzi Arnaud Chivasa, head of Merck Accelerator.
Awesome, thank you. As well. So first of all, thank you very much to the Seedstars team. This has been an amazing year. Thank you very much for accepting us on your journey, for making us part of it, for introducing us to some amazing and cool people and really, really great startups. And congratulations, this is an amazing event. So far it's been awesome. So I'm really honored to be able to represent one of the oldest, actually the oldest pharmaceutical and chemicals company around. So for the last 350 years, we've started off as a small pharmacy in a very small town in Germany, and then expanded into a science and technology company that's leading in healthcare, leading in life sciences, leading in functional materials. And we've done this through partnerships. And this is one of the main reasons that we joined Seedstars, to find the next generation of partners for Merck. We focused on health tech in particular, because this is one industry that's really facing some challenges. And we see that the solutions that are being driven and being put in place, and you saw the startups that pitched here. These are amazing solutions for some of the challenges that we're facing when it comes to access to healthcare. And everyone who has presented in the healthcare space has shown that they understand some of the glaring issues that are around, and they've really put forward solutions that we see as truly transforming, and not only for us as a company, but for the patients, for the medical practitioners that we work with as well. So without further ado, I would like to announce that the winner of this particular prize will be connecting with Merck. The idea is that they get access to the Accelerator program, they get access to 50K in funding that will help them collaborate with Merck. So this is support for a first pilot that will lead to a greater and bigger engagement that is more sustainable and will lead to, I hope, really transforming and improving access to health across continents. So, over to you.
All right, here we have the winner now. Show some energy! And the winner is Essential Medical Guidance. Thank you. Thank you so much. Our next prize is supported by one of our partners, Tag Heuer. Swiss watchmaker Tag Heuer is at the forefront of avant-garde since more than 150 years. Tag Heuer created one of the most sophisticated chronographs in the world. Today, connected to the young generations, Tag Heuer is inventing watches for those who want to defy the conventions. And the company's motto, "Don't track under the pressure," is not just a command, but a mindset. I'd like to invite on the stage Swiss Market General Manager at Tag Heuer, Sylvain Verdon.
Yes.
I'm a lucky guy because I'm the only one today working for a watchmaking company, and I don't have the 5 minutes countdown, so I can take my time. If we link Tagueyer to Seedstars, it's interesting to see three things. The first one is we both stand for innovation and disruption. At Tagueyer, from the products to the communication, we stand every day for innovation and disruption. You can see here the first 100% Swiss-made watch, e-watch, which is today our bestseller, and this is the way we think. We think about tomorrow at Tagueyer. So that's the first thing. We think disruption in our three territoriums, the sports, the history, and the lifestyle. Number two, our mantra. You already explained what our mantra is. I guess this is the mantra of everyone today in Lausanne. Don't crack under pressure. I guess you know what I mean. And this is a mantra we stick to, and that we're going to stick to in the next years. And the number three, it's a nice story because our CEO, Mr. Beaver, is one of the king of the watchmaking industry in the last 40 years. And he always explained us at Tagueyer that to be ahead of the competitor, you can try, you can fail, but always try to be the first, unique and different. If you do that, you might be always ahead of your competitors. So voilà, thanks again also to the organizer. That was a great event with what we've seen today. I mean, I spent the day with a whole team of Tagueyer guys here. Congratulations again. I would like just to applaud you. Bravo.
In line with Tagueyer's brand, I'd like to introduce you the first nomination, which is a time saver prize, which will go to the startup with the most time-saving solution. Let's see who is going to be the winner. And the winner is Alquilando from Argentina.
Congratulations. Give it to me. Give it to me. It's more expensive, I take it. Thank you. Congratulations. And stay on the stage. You know, this is the advantage when you give watches to the people, you have a microphone upgrade, so you don't need to get someone in your hand. Congratulations. The next prize.
Yeah, we can have a picture. And I'd like to ask the startup to stay on the side of the stage as soon as we announce the other two prizes. So our next prize is Innovation Prize, which goes to the startup with the most innovative solution, in line how Tagueyer has been innovative in watchmaking industry. Let's see who is the winner for this nomination. And the winner is CMED Health.
Congratulations. Same question, are you wearing a watch? Fine, it's an upgrade. Congratulations again. Wow.
I'd like to ask you to stay also aside. We have the next prize for the woman entrepreneur. So this prize will go to the startup with a woman founder in it. Let's see who is the winner for this nomination. And the winner is Medsoft.
Congratulations. It's true in Switzerland. Yes, unfortunately. Congratulations.
I'd like to ask all the startup winners
come
to
here,
come a
guys.
bit on the center for the photo.
You back your watch.
Thank you so much. As I told about it throughout the whole event, we had the public vote nomination, which you defined today. And this prize is supported by SPECO, which is the Economical Development Agency of State Department of Vaud. And I'd like to introduce on the stage Raphael Kans.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure. Another year of support of Seedstars Summit. We are very proud to be partner of this important event, and this is so impressive to be here in front of this crowd, to see so much energy, so much passion, so much fun, and this is also what we like here in Canton Nouveau. So congratulations to the Seedstars team for their achievements, and this is also for us an honor to also introduce this award of the public vote. I think this is the most valuable prize because this is your prize. The prize of a community here in this room of, it has been said before, more than 95 different countries. So which prize can rely on such a multicultural, I would say, community? So this is quite important in Canton Nouveau. We are quite sensitive to that because we have more than 175 nationalities represented in Canton Nouveau. More than 30% of the total population is non-Swiss, and most of our startups in our ecosystems are composed by teams with foreign and Swiss people, and this also brings very interesting projects and very successful companies. So I still don't know who is the winner of this prize, but what I know is what I've learned this afternoon from all this presentation, all these speeches. It's so much inspiring, new business model, new vision, reinvention of our world. A journalist from CNBC Africa told me before, but why Canton Nouveau, Switzerland, do you support Seedstars? Why are you interested in emerging markets? Here in Switzerland, everything is perfect. Everything is going perfectly well. Transportation, you have a good healthcare system, a good education system, no problems in mobility, no social problems. So why are you interested in emerging markets, in Seedstars, in solving problems through entrepreneurship? And I said this is precisely why we support Seedstars, is because we need to make sure we are not sleeping, not waiting the train passing by at the train station without us jumping in it. We need to make sure that Switzerland is really also reinventing itself in many ways for the future years. And this is also, believe me, what we do and what we really support here, an ecosystem of also startups very well developed. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank all our entrepreneurs from Canton Nouveau. They are as dynamic, as professional as the one we have seen. And just to mention that the 10 fast-growing startups in Canton Nouveau have created, in average, more than 100 new jobs in our economy within the last 5 years. So this is also why we support to diversify our economy, to bring new also solution opportunities to our next generations, thanks to these new jobs opportunities, and this is why we are committed to support entrepreneurship here in Canton of Vaud. I would like just to finish by saying that presidents in a very big country in the world like to say America's first. Here in Canton of Vaud, we always prefer to say entrepreneurs first. So congratulations to all entrepreneurs here, and we hope to see you in the next future. Thank you.
Okay, let's now find who is the winner for the Public Vote nomination. And the winner is Jumpstart Robotics.
Congratulations. So before we give you the prize, there is obviously a nice prize here. I would like to also offer this gift from the company Clico, is obviously not a company from Canton of Vaud, but we are very happy to partner with Clico for this prize, and of course we would be very happy to offer any assistance by introducing you to our ecosystem for any support you would need from our country and canton.
Thanks so much. Let's have a photo for a minute. Thank you so much. Now, we are moving to the last nomination, which is Seedstars Global Winner Title. Are you ready to hear the name today? Yeah! But first, Seedstars team, come on stage. The people you see in this blue jacket work 24/7, 365 to make this moment possible. I mean, if you see those guys walking around every day, trying to help everyone, working with all the startups with the growth program, in the local language seed spaces. These are the people who made everything possible. Before announcement of the winner, I'd like to give a word to Pierre-Alain Masson to say final word.
Hi everyone. So I know you want to know the name of the winner, so I won't take too long. Alizé said we're just at 1%, so I think we'll just run out of the jackets soon. But I just also wanted to mention one important thing. The Seedstars Summit, as the name says, is just the summit. That's the tip of the iceberg of what we do. Alizé mentioned it a bit. We really go on the ground. You just have here parts of the team. There are a bunch of people still on the ground, working with the entrepreneurs, with different programs, academies, whatever. So I just wanted to say that this is the tip of the iceberg. Another thing I wanted to mention, the average age of all the staff is about 28 years old. So it's what the so-called millennials generation. People tend to say that millennials are lazy. I can assure you that none of them are lazy at all. They really work super hard and just want to thank them. So that's it, I will just now let you announce the winner.
And one last announcement. All the media and interested in the talking with the winner of this nomination, the press conference will be in the room 1C. Are you ready to hear the winner?
I'm just gonna leave with someone.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we have the winner. So this marks the end of the 5th edition of Seedstars World. Thank you so much for coming today. See you next year!